Hey, folks, this is Hal Shurtleff with the Camp Constitution Report, which we do at least once a week and sometimes several times a week. And you can listen to this show on our various platforms. Podomatic, that's our flagship platform, iHeart, Spotify, and several others, as well as YouTube and Rumble. And today I want to discuss an incident that happened last Sunday at Fenway Park in Boston, the home of the Red Sox. Outfielder Jarren Duran was being heckled by a fan, and he said something that he should not have said. He called the fan, and I guess it wasn't, it was picked up by a mic. So I don't, most people didn't hear it as far as the fans were concerned. Uh, he called this fan who heckled him a blanking with an F faggot. Now, shouldn't have said that. Not a nice thing to say. Both words are not acceptable to use. However, it went kind of viral. It was picked up by most major news sources as a horrible, horrible, homophobic slur, and he apologized for it. And the Red Sox suspended him for 2 days, and they applied the salary that he would normally get for those 2 days, something like 8,000. I think it was 8,000 a game, and they donated to a homosexual organization, which, according to an article I read, I think it was the Federalist Wire, supports gender mutilation for children, so-called gender reassignment surgery. Good old Red Sox. Always rely on the Red Sox to do that. Now I've lost. I stopped following professional sports in the wake of, with the exception of the UFC, in the wake of the Black Lives Matter riots and how the major league, almost all major league sports, took the knee to BLM. Um, so uh, I'm waiting for the Red Sox to offer an official apology to its fans and to the country in general for its disgusting and disgraceful support of Black Lives Matter. Now, you see this picture here is this is Fenway Park, and this is the property of the Red Sox, and people were driving on Route I-90, which is also known as the Massachusetts Turnpike. So there's big banner, Black Lives Matter. And they've since taken it down, but it was there for at least well over a year, maybe 2 years. Last October 7th of 2023, Hamas, the terrorist group Hamas, invaded, actually engaged in a horrible, horrific terrorist event where they murdered, raped numbers of people. And Black Lives Matter came out and supported Hamas. So I made a call to the Red Sox office, spoke to a young man, and I asked him, will the Red Sox offer a formal apology? And he told me, he said, well, he said, we don't support the organization Black Lives Matter. We support the concept. And I had to take exception to this. This was not true. I don't know if he deliberately lied. He may not have been aware that in June of 2020, the Boston Red Sox had a ceremony uh, where they would normally have support the armed services. They usually set aside Armed Services Day, uh, and they have patriotic military. I think can go there either for free or discounted tickets. They have either a Marine band or an Army band, and they have an Air Force flyover, gigantic flag on the field. But it was COVID, and they were they were playing games, but there were no fans except a handful of people here and there. They decided to invite the two co-founders of the Boston chapter of Black Lives Matter, a male and a female, and I don't even want to dignify them to name them. Um, the male, he was in his early 30s. Several days later, went out and assaulted an 80-year-old woman because she was wearing a MAGA hat. Assaulted. I don't mean verbally, I mean physically assaulted this elderly woman. The lady, you don't call her a lady, she's a vulgar human being. She went on to verbally assault a friend of mine who happens to be black. She was running for Congress against Ayanna Pressley. She probably wasn't considered a real strong candidate. Nevertheless, even thinking about opposing a member of the Marxist Communist Squad is is taboo in the eyes of the left. So this Black Lives Matter co-founder, who was just given an award by the Red Sox, went on a vicious, ugly, racist barrage against Rayla. She happened to have a white husband, which this Black Lives Matter co-founder didn't particularly care about, didn't like, and said made some sexual innuendos. And then about, I don't know, maybe a year or two later, she was indicted. She and her husband were indicted by the federal government on a number of charges. And you know, you must be pretty bad off when the federal government, the Biden administration, is sending their people after you. You know, you've really messed up, especially being a member of the communist Marxist protected class, Black Lives Matter. So Red Sox have not apologized for their support of Black Lives Matter, this anti-Semitic, terrorist, racist organization. Do you think that they will? Not probably not likely. It's a very left-wing woke entity. And as long as people buy their tickets and pay the ridiculous prices, they don't care. So I do hope they do. I hope maybe the enough people will be outraged at this. But as long as the fans are okay with it, then they're going to continue with this left-wing woke agenda. And it's really a shame. I have many fond memories of visiting Fenway Park since I was a child, and I will never go back there again. Not that they're going to lose any money off me, but it's really sad. Well, so many great things in our nation have been totally destroyed by the Marxists, by the leftists, and Major League Sports is just one of them. But with that, I want to thank you for listening and or watching. And to learn more about us, please visit our website, campconstitution.net, and also visit us, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Rumble channels.